Connecting people with the resource, what that really means to me is that people have a good understanding of what it's like to be Cuban. Ultimately, no one is ever going to know what it's like to be Cuban without having been born here and living here for your entire life. But at the end of the day, we're all paragliding pilots, and we all have a similar understanding of what it means to us to be able to fly. And that's a connection that I think no matter where you go in the world, you're going to have.
When I was a child, I'm dreaming like I jumped the mountain, It's like a dream because fly is like the other dimension. When I find the paraglider, I feel the same sensation that I feel in the dreams.
Wherever you went, there was lift. The lighting was beautiful. The clouds were turning this beautiful orange, and great night.
Butter smooth air. Watch the sun set over the western end of Cuba, and yeah, it's really nothing better.
I started Convergence first because I have a passion for travel and sharing that with other people. The other reason was that since I got into paragliding, I always thought it would be cool to run a tour to Cuba. This is really the first tour like this that's ever happened in Cuba. Not only for American pilots, but for pilots in general in terms of a cross-country tour. What we found last week from my friends that came out here with us, they were like, wow, this is what it must have been like in Colombia and in Valle de Bravo before it blew up.
Well, the adventure really begins when you hit the ground, and that's been 100% true every single day here. Like, first day on the last tour, we went over the back, and as soon as we landed, the entire town was swarming the field before we even put our feet on the ground. I don't know, 75, 100 people surrounding us, and they're all so excited that we landed. They just get to come out, hang out, say hi, and look at all our weird stuff. And I've flown in a lot of countries. I've had a lot of landings where kids come out, but this was just, it was next level. It was the biggest welcome I think I've ever had landing. The flight was awesome. Some of the best conditions I've seen in Cuba. The potential is awesome. More days like this, and you could fly 100, 200K, no problem.
The fact that we have a 6,000-foot mountain range that runs east-west and faces south is super, super unique. We're on a large island in the Caribbean here, and a week ago, the national record was set at 230 kilometers over 3 points. It's wild, it's baffling. I think no matter what flying you get here in Cuba, whether you're at cloud base in the flats, you're flying in windy thermic conditions on the ridge here in Boniato, or you're flying in the glass off, or you're out on the south coast of Uvero, you get everything here, and it's all unique, and there's so much potential. All it takes is just more people coming down, getting eyes on it, getting some good pilots down here, getting the Cubans the right equipment, and you're gonna see this place is gonna open up a lot of new routes.
Days like this, we use the first moment with the south wind, we take off, and we go immediately to the back side. We have a wonderful valley in this direction. That is something wonderful from Santiago de Cuba city. You climb and go. When I get inside of the paraglider life, my way of life changed a lot. I have now a brotherhood in the all pilots in the island. When I wake up in the morning and I go out and I see my own landscape, and I can practice paraglider and I can dive in my own water. This feeling makes me stay here in Cuba.
They wait in lines for bread, they wait in lines for fuel, they don't all have cars, they don't all have cell phones, but they have each other, and flying a paraglider it's a moment of focus that transcends your day-to-day. Who wouldn't want that?
Okay, I'm revising the most beautiful place I've ever flown. My God. How fantastic. This is absolutely mind-blowing. What a place to be.
From what I've gathered from the pilots is the opportunity to fly here it's a piece of freedom. And one of the girl pilots that I got to know, I asked her why she flew, and she said, because it makes me feel free. I think with all the things they struggle with on a day-to-day basis, the ones that do get the opportunity to fly, it's that same sense of freedom that we all feel. But I think for Cuban pilots, it's probably compounded in ways we don't even know.
Having local guides on hand, local pilots that are flying with us day in and day out, they're there to give us their perspective of what it's like to live here, of what it's like to fly in whatever country that we're in.
It's an important thing to not just travel, but really see and get to know the place you're going to be in. Amigos todos, ¿no? Con mucho gusto. It'd be kind of a shame to just hit the tourist spots and tick the box. Having the paragliding family connection with Garcia's friends and the contacts he's made, definitely feel like it's an insider viewpoint that few would ever see.
What I'm trying to do with Convergence is give people, in a sense, a flying vacation that will also help them grow as a pilot and as a human.
We are in this island around water, and your visit is really, really nice. Yeah.